Your boy Dragon
Doesn't even
Reaper
weigh
back
2,000
at another
pounds.
video. Right
Um,
now, I'm on Blackouts for Blackout. Let's see if we can
so
top a win today on singles or
a little
whatever.
bit about myself. I do my own tuning. I do not use pre-tunes
Let's get
for my
into it.
cars. So,
You ain't gonna introduce us,
nevertheless, let's
bro?
get into
You
this.
just gotta, you know what
Hold
I'm
up.
saying? You gotta,
Also, let me introduce two niggas I've been playing with for a while. My nigga Q the
yeah.
Great. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
On
it's me.
the Need for Speed 15 where I met him.
Payback.
The
Okay, payback,
realest.
brother.
You know what I'm saying? These two dudes right
What's up,
here
Dragon
down to
Nation?
earth. You know what I'm saying? Play with these dudes for a minute.
Yo, man, go subscribe to my boy, man. You know he finna be whooping ass on Call of Duty. You know he finna be whooping their ass. You know what I'm saying? You get your
Yeah.
ass whooped, you coming up too. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Go
saying?
subscribe, man. They don't
Keep
know no
keep your
small thing.
heads up, man. Strive for
For
better
real, man.
things. Go past your limits, man.
For real. Y'all some real positive people, bro. That's real shit, man. For
Man,
real.
the only reason, as far as I'm positive, man, I lost a homeboy since I grew up with him, man, to a drunk
Man, bro.
driver. So, you
Man,
know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Yeah, bro, I lost my
So,
sister.
nevertheless, you guys,
Man,
I would like to start my video off with a positive. Will be starting my videos off with positive quotes, man. And I feel like the best quote for today is, man, you only out of options when you stop looking for them. So if you lost your job, if your girlfriend walked out on you, your friends talking bad about you, you know, your mom might not be around, your dad isn't around, always stay positive, man. It's always another option. It's always a go-to route to find out, you know what I'm saying, what's the best option to take or how can I go about this? If you continue to let life knock you down, man, then you'll always feel like you're overpowered, you know? You're second to none. So if you stay positive, man, just hold your head high, bro. It's
yeah.
nothing, you know what I'm saying? Without God, I don't know where I would have been when I lost my sister, bro. So keep,
Hey,
like I said,
man.
man, keep God first, hold your head high. Always remember somebody loves you, man. People are in your corner. God places people in your life for a reason. Some are meant to stay, some are meant to teach you lessons, man. So if you remember that in life, you always be good, bro. One love and God bless. All right,
Yeah,
now let's do
yeah,
this race.
yeah.
It's always not about how many times you get knocked down, man. It's always how many times you get back up.
Thanks,
Right,
man.
right, right. Facts, bro.
Hey, but you heard me though, Dre? I lost my sister in 2014, man. I lost my big sister. For real, she was
Uh,
25, bro. For real.
yeah, bro.
Dog.
Life always find a way, man. But yeah, gotta keep yourself high, man.
Oh man, you damn right, bro. And the joy and the best thing about it, bro, as long as you get to wake up in the morning, bro, that's your next chance. That's your chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Every
bro.
morning you get up and your feet touch the ground, that's your chance. For real, bro. Everybody gonna
Yeah,
do something, bro.
yeah, bro. It's a chance to make a difference, man.
Exactly, bro. There's nothing wrong with doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? People doing the right thing is frowned upon right now. You know what I'm saying? Because of this damn new music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they're trying
man.
to make it sound like it's bad to be a good nigga. Like you gotta be in the streets or you gotta be doing this and that to be a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, man.
But you don't. As long as you be yourself, bro, people gonna respect you more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But these kids see these goddamn rappers and shit. And why do I always do this, bro? Oh, I made it. Slick made it. Yo, that was crazy, brother. If I can win this race, I'm the GOAT. Seriously. I'm gonna be man, I'm gonna be ooh. Wow. Let's go. No, it's over with. No, I'm still in it good. I still got a good. I'm trying to get this truck to 800 horsepower, guys. Maybe 900. Got added a bunch of new cars, man. Well, not really. Did I buy a new car yesterday? Well, besides the truck, that's the only new addition. Look at that thing. Come on, man, F-150.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to
Let's
safety.
go, brother. I lost that shit. Most of the time.
Ah!
There you have it, guys. I noticed she was understeering a little, so I am going to adjust my global settings. My best time on this track, I think my fastest is a 151 with the KTM Expo. So I will adjust my global settings. I was just sitting here tuning under the car, so the global settings I have, well, attached to this car right now is set for another car. All I had to do is swap it back to what I had before. Sorry about that.
Let's go.
I noticed a lot of people are having problems with this ESP. So pretty much what ESP is, it sacrifices power for traction. If that makes any sense. So when your car, it'll sacrifice, like, you'll take away some of your power, your car's power, to gain more grip or to be able to turn better. That's pretty much what ESP does.
I'm doing horrible.
All right, so we're gonna run that race again, you guys.
Sure. Let's get back into another match, Dragon Nation.
As far as the tuning, man, if you need help with tuning or you want some help on maybe a car you might be working on, I don't necessarily give out my tunes, simply because I only have like my tunes set for my crew for when we run against other people. But I am always down to help people, you know what I'm saying, improve your times, make your car faster on a turn or through a straight, give out pointers for a track about how to take that turn or what you can do better as far as racing. So
let's get in here, Nation. It's time to start playing smart. Well, I will be, as soon as it comes out, I will be live streaming Jump Force and Mortal Kombat 11, but also other fight games that I have. You know, be more active on my channel. Also, bring back the two realest niggas I've been chilling with for lately. Always down with.
Let's ride. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I thought I was going. I'm still here. I'm just trying to be focused. I'm trying to be focused because this truck is not fast enough yet. And I'm finna get mad, brother. I'm finna get mad. You calm down. That's what I just did.
as you guys can see, now the car is handling better. It turns more. By the adjustments of those global settings, they do make a difference, you guys. I know when you get them out of the pre-tunes from the game set it at, they always leave theirs to full, but they do make a difference. Every car is different, so you might, if you have to, you might want to write down what you had them at, or
Sit rep. Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
I hit the brake too hard that time. This truck runs, bro. F-150 out there, bro. Don't need for speed payback. Like, really? Like I don't mind doing rally now that I got this thing. That little Subaru was cool. Wasn't me at all. Now I got this truck. Okay, I'm probably gonna go on rally now. For real, big thanks. We're gonna keep doing this race.
The beauty is just warm-up races, you guys. Nothing major.
Yeah, my boy really go subscribe to his channel, man. That man will get you right. He will get you faster. I guarantee he will get you faster. For real.
As far as the Crew 2's physics, the tuning, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, let's say like if I go to like a random car, alright, let's go to the, let's do this one, the Charger RT Hemi. So if I go in here, right, and I remove, set it to their settings. Now, if you notice on their setups, they have their camera set towards a higher angle. When you're doing your tuning, it doesn't necessarily work like that. They have it set to some, I guess when you do it, your back end tends to break loose on you every time. So you pretty much have to drop all your camber to like a negative. So it's pretty much your camber, your wheel is sitting straight on an even axis. Being that this car is heavy, well, it's heavy. They have their pretty much a lot of oversteer, but
Supply drop inbound.
so as far as the aero distribution, it's pretty much how much air pressure or how much downforce is pushing down on your car. So whether you want more grip to the rear or you want more grip to the front, being that this is a rear wheel drive car and you got a lot of your power coming from the rear, you want more grip in the rear. Like if I took it to the front, then now my car is gonna, to turn better, but at the same time my back end is going to be loose because there's no grip or no traction on those wheels with the amount of power that this car is putting out. So gearbox, simple. A more gearbox gives you a higher top speed with sacrifice of acceleration. Lower gearbox gives you more acceleration with the sacrifice of higher top speed. Tire grip in front, tire grip front and tire grip rear is nothing but tire width. That's all that is. So I usually leave mine the same. It's usually measured in millimeters, so you just find out pretty much tire width is just the distance between the center of one tire to the center of the other tire. That's all tire width is. I mean, track width is, you guys. It's track width. Brake power is nothing but brake strength. So higher brake strength, your car slow down faster, but you risk the chance of your of your brakes locking up. Lower brake pressure, you slow down slower, but you don't lock up as much, if that makes sense. Brake balance, pretty much which part of your car you want to have the most brakes, right? Which car do you want to produce the most brake pressure? So more towards the rear give you more oversteer, more towards the front and give you more understeer. Suspension comp front is nothing but it's talking about your dampers. So your damper is nothing but like a I forgot what they call them, but it's kind of like a spring. So compression is when you hit a bump, your spring is going to compress and it expand back. So the compression part, when you hit a bump, how does your car soak up that bump in the front is the compression part. So that's the suspension comp. I think in Crew 2 they're asking for the resistance of it. So if I take it down to low, then my spring is going to it'll compress fast. But if I take it up high, then it's not going to compress as fast because it's more resistance in the spring. The rebound part of dampers is, so after your car compresses over the bump, after your spring compresses over the bump, it's going to go back to its normal state. So it's pretty much just setting up your suspension to handle in different tarmacs and different conditions. That's all dampers is. So like I said, the compression part is the pressing of the spring, and then the rebounding part is the expanding of the spring, going back to its normal state. Camber is nothing simply but like the angle, well, pretty much like negative camber. So negative camber, that means the top of your wheels is pointing in towards the car, and negative camber is the top of the wheel pointing in towards the car, and then positive camber is the bottom of your wheels pointing in towards the car, and the top is pointing like outwards. So 9 times out of 10, most cars do use negative camber. So with that, usually that's just something you want to play around with. Usually they tune it on, like they can add like grip, or they can, you know, help you turn better reaction. So that's just, you might just want to play around with those. Usually I drop mine down to like 0, being with the cruise physics. So it's just something to play around with, you guys, you know. Anti-roll bars. As far as the anti-roll bars, the front anti-roll bar, all anti-roll bars do is just like control your car, the sway of your car. So when your car is going through a turn, how much it turns, like the resistance of it, how it handles itself through the corner, like is it stable. So traction control pretty much explains itself, just how much traction you want your car to have. So I think with the lower traction you accelerate out of a corner better, but with the higher it's more, just like more grippy. If you don't, you know, better turning, or do you want to punch out a corner better? ABS is nothing but anti-lock brakes. So with anti-lock brakes, it's like as you're going through a turn, it's like it's like how much you want your brakes to lock up. Like too much will cause your brakes to lock up and you'll go probably creaming into a corner or onto a wall. And then lower is, you know, like you just, something to play around with, you guys. A lot of this stuff is just your own like personal preference. We explained ESP earlier. You sacrifice power for traction. So do you want your car to turn better, or do you want your car to to keep its power and do more understeer? And then as far as drift assist is more in this game, it's nothing but handbrake pretty much. So a higher drift assist, when you go through a corner and your back end breaks loose, how much assistance do you want on that back end? Like, do you want it to tame itself? So with the with street racing, you usually want a higher like drift assist. If you're drifting, you want to drop it all the way off. You want your back end to be like free to do whatever it wants. Not to the point where it's uncontrollable, but enough to like you can play around with your back end and do whatever you want with it.